Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to show you some work with noses. A couple people had a few questions. They were unsure about that. And the first thing I have to say is don't look at it as nose when you're doing the grid. You just want to look at it as shapes. So we have these curves, and we decided how far down into the square they are. And also up here by the eye, that's going to be important. So if we erase the grid, we would have something along the lines of this for our nose. And the thing that's important here is to notice, how does the change in value, where does it happen? It actually happens underneath. It's not really on the nose. It's in the shadows underneath. So you want to kind of look at those shadows. And with any type of drawing like this, you want to make sure that you don't have an outline around the nose. You just want the values to change. So it's going to be darker underneath. If you notice, it's darker underneath, and that's how those values change. Also, like right where her nostril is, it's a little darker on both sides. So you want to be able to put that in. And then on this side of the skin is darker than the nose itself. So there's a little bit of a crease there, so it almost looks like an outline, but not quite. And then you would shade to get progressively lighter as you go around that nose, because we want to remember that the only thing really white on here are her teeth and the whites of her eyes. So this whole nose is going to be shaded in. But the other side here too, it's important, is you want to make sure that value change is almost outside of the shape. So don't look at it in terms of noses or whatever. Look at it in terms of shapes, and then you can change the values on top. You'll notice it's a little bit darker right at the bottom of that shape, and then it gets a little bit lighter, and you'll kind of keep changing those values and adding this in, because we know it's not completely the white of the paper. So, and then when you get up to here, where you're not sure, if you look, there's a good bit of shadowing that happens on the inside by the eye that brings it down to the shape here. And then it can lighten up a little bit as you get to the bottom. But you're going to be able to see this three-dimensional value when you start putting them in. On the side, it's going to be a little darker. And then you're going to tie all these values into the rest of the skin as we go here. You can always layer your darkness, and don't be afraid to go a little darker, because we have a tendency to go too light. So as we add these values in, we might have to darken up the ones underneath. So I hope that helps a little bit. If anybody has any questions while you're working and you want to see something specific, just let me know, and I will be happy to send you, make a video and post it to YouTube and help you out that way. I hope that's helpful. Thank you.